He is going our way. Ladies and gentlemen, from Channel 11 PIX, Greg Mocker.
Well, thank you, Dr. Craig, and good afternoon to everybody here and everybody watching on the big screen. That was some warm-up. I think I want to do some math, Dr. Craig, because I did some research too before I got here, and I found out that you started out here as a clerk, working and going to school. And the year was 1980. So, let's do some math then, I guess. Well, I can tell you that I was in the first grade. And how many people were alive in 1980 here? All right, well, I'm sure you will hear about it in your ancient history class or something, all right? We've all come a long way, and we all have a way to go, something to say, and something to do. And I always do this, and now, because of today, it's even more important. Everyone can hear me, right? I can't tell you how many times I'm ready to start a press conference, or I'm ready to ask a question, and I'll do it, and I'm all ready for it, and then somebody will come up to me and say, "Oh, that was really great. You inspired us. Could you do it again? Because we couldn't hear you in the back." So you guys can hear me in the back? All right. I can't hear you. All right, we can hear you. That's good. We can move on. It's the reason that we're here. We're here to start something, to commemorate the beginning of what you are about to do, to cement in your minds the potential of this day, to make a good impression, to get off to a good start, to find out where your classrooms are, to find out where the cafeteria is, and I need to know that for later, to find out where your subway stop is. And that brings me to one of my props. I'm kind of known for this. Who took the subway here today? My Metro card is bigger than yours. I carry these things around the city as I cover the MTA or as I bother the mayor for PIX 11 News, and I hope you watch it tonight at 10. You'll see yourselves, so I had to say that. I have a tagline that is Mockers on the trail of something different. And you have to be kind of different to hold up a big check in front of the head of the MTA or to question the mayor about things because these, this is something different. These have been known as Mockers' big checks now, and well, it makes some politicians and big shots nervous because it is an example, I think, of the big check, of how much money, our money, that they spend. And good, you know what? I think they do have to remember that, but you also have to get noticed. You also have to make sure that everybody can hear you and see you coming, right? You guys can see me coming. So who am I? I like to say I'm just a guy that rides the subway. And sorry, Brooklyn, I learned better, and so I went to Queens, and that's where I live now. I could tell you about how I grew up in Ohio, and I finished my journalism degree at my first job. I like eating broccoli, those are just kind of personal things. So I moved here in 2008, but I wasn't working at PIX then. I had to make a go of it. So I had my 12 years in journalism and TV news. I bought a camera, and I started working freelance for a small web company. And I was lucky enough to have someone who knew a producer at PIX 11 see what I was doing. And the rest is, well, I can't really say history because it was just a year and a half ago. I didn't have the big Metro cards or the big checks then. I was just a guy riding the subway who had some questions about the city, and I found a way to kind of get some answers and to get it covered. I took every job I could. I showed up when I didn't want to. And now I spend a lot of time reading MTA agendas, and let me tell you, if you think statistics class or ancient history is a boring snooze fest, well, wait till you read the MTA agendas. So all I say is, debate, and talk and listen. I also, I like you guys because you advertise on the subway, and you have your slogan there, start here, go anywhere. I saw the campaign. I think it's also a challenge. If I stood here and told you that you would fail, that this is never going to happen, you would look at me and you'd say, yeah, it is just a crazy guy on pics who's waving things around all the time. So remember the promise, the sense of hope from this day. Maybe make a big sign and carry it around if you have to, but you start here, you can go anywhere. So I want you all to write this down. My email is mocker@pix11.com. So now we're all connected. We can communicate in the way that we do now. I'm going to take a picture of you, and I will tweet this, so you can follow me on Twitter too. It's Greg Mocker, @Greg Mocker. But I value the connection that we made today, and I challenge you to go out there and do your best. I brought a special check for you guys. I'm going to call it the big blank check. And it says MTA up here, which Master Man takes action. How about Mocker talks a lot? So I give this to each of you. I hope that you will remember it as a symbol of the big things to come. That success isn't measured only in numbers or how many zeros, although that's nice. Also important is what we do to earn it, what we contribute to our place. So do something differently. And I hope you could all hear me in the back. Thank you.